today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. Four touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass.
The big fella. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. You talk about this Titan defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So here are the Titans ready to go on offense for the first time. And it's Will Levis, the 25-year-old at quarterback, in his 2nd season out of Kentucky.
And last year's rookie year, a bit of a mixed bag for the young signal caller out of Kentucky. Showed off plenty of tools, but was hurt in the preseason, and it took a little while to get going. But once he did, he showed exactly why the Titans wanted him. Toughness, leadership, and a big arm. The team rallied around him down the stretch.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. The hat trick +1. 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Levis back to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, and it's Pollard again. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Deion Henley there on the tackle. From the 20, here's 2nd down at 7. Spears with another carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Levis on 3rd down. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Pollard one more time. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Now here's Pollard, and this time he is in. Yes. Tony Pollard with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Herbert now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the give, it's Vidal. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And his throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's Herbert. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down, Pollard again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Hand off to Spears. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. And here's a give to Spears. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's Pollard. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Pollard will take it up the gut. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Levis looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1, and the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in third and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a first down. How about that call on 2nd down? The big man puts them in position to make it third and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a second chance at it to try and pick up the first down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off the play fake, Levis. Open man downfield is Ridley. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Levis sets up to throw here. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The Folks kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the Colts who were able to come away with the home victory. Anthony Richardson leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Caleb Williams, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Trevor Lawrence, strong in the win, as his guys run their record to 8-2 with the W.
It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They'll run with Pollard. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
On for the extra point is Folk. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers. to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
That is caught, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Tennessee offense set to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Levis now off of play action. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and they'll get him down here at about the 42. 139 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Here's Spears on second down, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw, it's Levis. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a give here to Pollard. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Levis. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To the air again, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Herbert. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Short throw to Dissly, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that, because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play, but end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Chargers! DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run with Pollard. And he is going to have a Titans 1st down, and that should just about do it. They'll run. Here's Pollard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Going to run again here with Pollard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Titans going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Pollard will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Levis will try to throw for the 2. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Herbert, short throw to Disley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his...
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
It's complete, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Chargers offense back onto the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Herbert going to change the look. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Again, Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
First and 10. Here's Levis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Levis. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Titans, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign.